Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. 24 hours ago, we met you and we expressed our dissatisfaction towards the EC and how it's conducting itself with regards to the release of accreditation cards to our polling agents and to our constituency reps. We touched on we getting only 200 cards out of 552 submitted names for constituency reps. We touched on the EC officials, some of them extorting money from us, and the fact that the process is not standardized. We also expressed our dissatisfaction over the fact that they asked us to personalize 41,000 letters. Now there are new matters arising. It's been reported to us that some EC officials have sent soft copies of the accreditation cards via WhatsApp, not through EC email, to our polling agents to print the cards themselves. And we've had people having to move from Akrofrom to Obuasi just to print a single accreditation card. 2, our EC correspondent had spent several hours at the EC today before he was given the rest of the 352. Lastly, EC officials in different regions and at different polling stations are sending new forms for our people to fill. And this is in blatant disregard of the letters they themselves asked us to send to them before they release our cards. We believe that these actions are malicious, they are preposterous, and they are disingenuous, and we express our dissatisfaction again. I'll give the microphone to Charles Yomape, who is our Chief Administrator, to give you the details of the matter. Thank you.
And thank you, Hubert. Just as my lead economist has spoken, I'm just coming from the EC office now. Since 8 a.m. I got there to take the 352 remaining constituency coalition accreditation cards, so I could dispatch to our various regions, Upper East, Upper West, and I just got the cards this 2:30 in the afternoon. I look at the time, what time can I dispatch them to Upper East and Upper West? Am I even getting a vehicle? That's just my way. We submitted a list of our nominated polling agents to the various district directors of the EC with a cover letter and a list of our polling agents listed by constituency. So I made a cover letter on it and submitted a list for all 41,000. Now, it went, some accepted and gave them. So if, for example, Water Region have 18 constituencies, I presented a list of all 18 constituencies, polling stations under each constituency. So they pick the letter, the constituency leaders pick the letter and go to the district EC office to submit for their constituency. Some constituencies accepted. Others said no, they won't accept. We should go back and for each constituency, if you have 300 polling stations there, present letters, individual letters for the 300 nominated polling agents, print them in 2 copies and bring to them. They will endorse, take one and give one to our polling agents, who should take that letter to the polling station on voting day, submit it to cross-check before they give the accreditation. But I said, no, how? For all these 41,000, what I wanted to do. So I said, but so why should, for example, in Water Region, certain constituencies or districts accept our initial letter and give them all at once, and certain people don't accept? So there's a lot of inconsistency. There's a sabotage going on, and it went across the country. Some, as far as I do drive in Central Region, I got a call from a Kofi, Charles, your cards are ready, based on the first letter I submitted with the list. Then later in the afternoon, they call back, tell us, oh, you didn't write the letter, well, you should be one individual. I said, what? So I said, no, you call me after my people go for the accreditations. Now you come back in the afternoon and tell me, I did not write the letter, well, it should be individual. Why? They fear other people can come and also claim they are new force members, so it should be individual. I said, no, this can't happen. Certain districts have received it. It's an issue. I reported to their heads in Accra here, and I was told that it shouldn't be so, but they must accept it. Once I've issued a covering letter, just like this, with a list, so I should impress upon them. Wow. This has been going on and it's really frustrated us. And most of my people out there have still not gotten the accreditation. Those who have gotten it, they said they've gotten letters, and we wonder whether on that day they will be issued with their accreditation tomorrow morning to do their work, because anything can happen there. Here in Accra, trying to get our constituency coalition accreditation through has been a challenge. I've been moving to the EC for the past 3-4 days now, and just this afternoon, I just got the remaining 352. That makes up my 552 constituency coalition cards, which I need to send out to my people. How do I transport this at this time to Upper West, to Upper East?
You can use that. Or helicopter.
So it's very frustrating, and I don't know the inconsistencies in it. When the cards are available or not, they said the cards were not available. We had to wait for the printer to print cards and bring to us. Just this afternoon, the printer came with the cards. So I don't know the planning that went on, and whether they didn't know that this number of people were there, they need the cards. And just after the printer bought the rest of the cards. And it's been very, very frustrating, calls here and there. I was just on the way coming, one coming from Tema East. Charles, the letter you brought, you must send it individual. I say individual for what? So there are inconsistencies within the EC, their district, their regional system. I spoke to one regional director. He said decision is taken. It must come individual. Some regional directors are also good. They say, no, we must give you. Upper East, a lady called me from the EC office. They said, no, Charles, once you submitted the covering letter with the list, we must give you. You don't have to. So these inconsistencies make us feel that, is there a sabotage going on? Or what? Because if there is sabotage, while some people are accepting, some are not accepting, some are taking hard stance against us, and time is going. You've given me all my cards now. What time do I transport to my people? And when will they receive it? It goes to the region now transports to the constituencies. Voting starts tomorrow morning by 6 a.m. So how do they receive it? So we put this before you, and personally I'm saddened, disappointed, and we feel we need a radical change. It should be standardized. If you get instructions from your head office, that is, accept this, not on the grounds you'll be doing different things. Because I spoke to most of their leaders at the head office and said, no, they must accept it. And now, by the grounds, they are doing what they like. It says, I don't have much to say, but I'll just say I'm disappointed in what is going on. My people down there are also disappointed. And it's hard to take my presidential candidate to even recall me from the EC this afternoon. And I told him, please, I'll be back. But it's our sleep day. But we look at the time, when will you transport the things to the people? How will they get there? Tomorrow morning, when will they get the cards to do what they have to do? Maybe and as well, you just need to vote for the new force. So that's and I should be all respect. Thank you.
We are conspiring to pull anything that stands against anyone that have been chosen for this geopoly. I don't think the support is just national. It's beginning to look like it's global. Well, whatever foreign influence support that is sitting there watching and supporting this nation and saying that this is the right way to practice democracy, they should be very careful. As much as you're hiding yourself, I think that we as a country, we now want a true governance. because we want the future of our children to be something that we're in control of. Their destiny, we should be a part of it. You see, I shouldn't be doing this. This is the second time in 2 days I've had to do a press conference. But I don't at the moment have any 40,000 or 41,000 polling agents, because they are actually giving the accreditation to my polling agents that I chose and gave the name to without me knowing. And they're asking them to fill a particular form. I heard you say it. Why not us? Why are you now choosing for us? See, this is why I started by saying that I've had all this frustration from the beginning, and none of them has pulled me down. So I don't see why you're trying to do it for the last minute. There is no such thing for me as last minute. You know, and I'm not having any expectations, but rather I have a purpose to be on a journey that will take me to a destination where I find my destiny with my country, with my people, and nothing is going to pull me back. So please, for the last time, I would like to say to EC that I don't know how you're doing your job, but this time it's rather unfortunate I had to confront you. I was quiet the first time, I didn't have to say anything, but giving me this things 15 hours before everyone will start voting is an insult to someone like me. You might think I'm young, but I'm one of your presidential candidates, whether you like it or not. And if I didn't do what is right, I won't be there. So just remember, when you are not doing what is right, I will recognize that and I will say it. Please, fix up. And we want a peaceful election. I pray for that. You know, I want us all to go out there and vote and then be able to go back to work the Monday. We don't want any chaotic scenarios ahead of us. And to the two parties who are the duopolies in this country, please stand up for the right thing and don't get treated as if you always like to have motorbikes and arcades and all of these cars protecting you, and you want to live life like that forever. If things are going wrong, stand up and fix it, because you have to remember that if anything goes wrong in this country, the first two to blame will probably be the leaders who have led this country for the past 32 years. It's either you people decide that you're going to share this power with the young ones who are coming so we can build our country together. Don't separate yourselves from us. We're not here to fight anybody. We're not here to distract people. We're here because we want a change, a simple change, a change that will bring economy into this country, a change that will bring jobs into this country, a change that will bring equality into this country, a change that will bring at least empowerment and for us to be entitled to our equity. Thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate you listening. Thank you.
We informed you of the first press conference.
I think we need a question from the media. Come back second time.
Yes. Okay.
You should have a question.
Nana is giving you an opportunity to ask.
My God, why
or
you now at the back?
Stanley,
Yes.
you have a question?
Thank you.
Thank you. Look, the first thing was we went to even register our vote. We left our phone numbers, and right away, these phone numbers were given to the duopolies from EC. Yes, I wouldn't say it was MTN that released that information. It's definitely coming from them. We're not babies, you know. So we want to make it very clear to the nation that if I come and fill a form and I leave my phone number on there, I shouldn't get a surprise message from a candidate. You know, that's my private number. You don't take advantage of me, but also I think Ghanaians cannot speak. They're quiet. They're receiving the messages and they're quiet. But then we should have gone to EC and say, hey, what right do you have to give my number to other parties? And it's not one, it's both. So I just think that out of the 13, it's just number 12 that is singled out. We tried everything. If it's interviews, they can cancel it right at the minute that the interview is supposed to start, and they will say it's orders from up above and all of that. You know, we've tolerated a lot. Tomorrow,
just vote. Just be a Ghanaian and vote. Don't be a politicized citizen. Just be a Ghanaian and vote. But I know that even though most of our gold has been taken from outsiders, we still have the whole lion of gold left. They probably have just taken the tail. So we believe that we're going to be voted by millions of Ghanaians, surprisingly for those who think we're not going anywhere. And yeah, you might try to steal some, but most will be remained and there will be victory in the end. Thank you.
About what my question I posed earlier, because I'm more concerned about the presence of your men at the polling centers, because just this morning the Ashanti Regional Security Council issued the press circular. I don't know if you've seen it, detailing who would probably enter the inner perimeter during the process. And the letter was, the circular was categorical that any person without accreditation will not be allowed in there. That's what informed the question I asked.
Yeah, and it's very clear to Ghanaians that we are being sabotaged, so we don't go in. It's very clear. This is the evidence. They held it to the last minute. They did the same with me when I put in the application for a party. They gave it to me 3 months before elections, telling me that if you go and do it now, it means you have to wait for 2028. But I was ready. I was ready with the new force and I moved with it. So tomorrow, new force will be there. And once we're there, however, that they're going to get these accreditations, they have to. But that we know that for the polling agents, we can't supply the 40,000. So it means that they are going to do whatever they want to start doing in there. But how would they know that the man in the mask has put the mask in that polling center and the camera is watching them? Yeah. I will take people down if they try to pull me down. I'm saying that if they want us to expose the country, that the country it's full of criminals, then we'll do it. We've just won a case showing that Ghana as a country is taking the human right from people or has caused human rights infringement. It's the same thing they should remember, that we can come up with Ghana as a country has broken the conditions, the regulations of democracy. Practicing it, you should practice it right. But if anybody can prove to you that you're not practicing it right, then you might get blacklisted. So I know that you're still looking for the other 6 or the other 7, whatever it is, but I've already told you on the 7th of the 12th of this month, this big 6 with this one man, new 6 with this one man in front, making it the 7th, will appear on the 12th month of this year. The code is already there. They should just give me my respect of my hard work. Like I said, I am coming in there, my team is coming in there, my nation, the people, they're coming in, they're going to vote, and please, don't be sticking fingers there. Let's just keep it real. Thank you.
Great. Final question?
Yeah. If I say Bissase, Monkwana, against a accreditation, master, other parties in the so, Besse means.
Oh, Yabitimaka say, Yankwano, who said Yankwano, Muye say. Na say, Omuyo Bisa cry for Ebia, Monipa Chrono, they stand alone. The who said, Ushia ballot on this one, they're sub-politicians. Their vision and their mission is not to be a president or to be a leader to fix this country. Their purpose is just to be there, and when they get votes, they can give it to one of their 2. That's what they've been, and they've been doing it for a long time. Well, I'd like to use this moment to say that if that's what really they are, then they have useless political careers. You know, because if you want to go out there on the ballot, you have to have a purpose, and the purpose is to make sure that you help build your nation and help develop your country. If you're not doing that, then you're lying to a whole nation. And anyone that, you can lie to your family, but going to lie to a whole nation, okay, even in the Bible, they didn't forgive those who did that. So please, on my side, I think currently I see just us being sabotaged, the new force. And I think the nation should go back from the beginning, and they will see that we have been going through this right from the beginning of this year, since we unveiled. Thank you.
Right, thank you. At the office, we also have an event that you would need to help us cover. So please, we would just provide transportation so that you can follow us there. It's just a few meters away. Thank you.
Yeah, today